Good morning class 8. Welcome back to your online class. Today we would be doing main textbook, that is your English main textbook, and the chapter we will begin today is Bipin Chaudhury's Lapse of Memory. Okay. So open your book page number 60 and we will start following the class. Mute all your microphones, turn off your video camera and follow the class. Okay. So Bipin Chaudhury's Lapse of Memory is a very interesting story, extremely that means full of suspense, full of different twists and turns, and it's written by the famous writer Satyajit Ray. Not just a writer, he has been he is like a versatile personality. He has been a filmmaker, he has been an avid storyteller. Okay, and you are already acquainted with Satyajit Ray because you have seen the various famous movies for which he has got international acclamations as well. Okay, I think Feluda series everybody loves to watch. Those stories were written by him as well as changed into cinema by him. Can you imagine the expertise and talent of such a person? And we are very fortunate that one such text by such a famous man has been included in our syllabus. We are extremely fortunate for that. Okay, Satyajit Ray. So this story, Bipin Chaudhury's Lapse of Memory, is also there in Bangla also. Okay, Bipin Chaudhury's Lapse of Memory is also a Bengali short story. This one is also translated by Satyajit Ray himself, and this story deals with a man who presumably has a loss of memory. We will find out how he loses his memory and how he comes back to the reality. Okay, a lot of different incidents are there. Okay, lot of funny incidents, lot of suspense incidents are there, all of which, page number 60, all of which will make it a very interesting story to read and for you also. Okay, so open your book page number 60 and let us start with the story. Every Monday on his way back from work, Bipin Chaudhury would drop in at Kalicharan's new market to buy books. Okay, so this man Bipin Chaudhury, he used to work at an office, and while coming back from his workplace, he will every day he will go to a bookshop. So he was an avid book reader, he was like a bookworm. Okay, so there was a shop, Kalicharan's, in New Market. He would go there to buy books. Crime stories, ghost stories and thrillers. That means he had such an adventurous mind. He did not like the monotonous novels or dramatic novels, okay, or romantic novels, but he liked what? He liked crime stories. He liked suspense thrillers. So we can imagine that he had a very curious mind, as well as his mind wanted to have a taste of adventure, probably something which he missed in his own real life. Okay, so he used to read all these different suspense thrillers, ghost stories and crime stories. He had to buy at least 5 at a time to last him through the week. Can you imagine how fast he used to read? That means he spent most of his free time in reading, which again tells you something about his character. What does it tell you about his character? That probably because he was a avid book reader, the character which we can understand from him are, he probably had an introvert nature, he did not mix well with people, he was probably a recluse as well, who liked the company of his own self, and so he spent most of his free time by reading books. So 5 books at least he needed every week to read, to pass his time. He lived alone, he didn't have anybody left in his family, was not a good mixer. As I told you already, Bipin Babu Shriti Bhrom, right, correct. So as I told you already, yes, very good. Thank you for telling me the name. I have read the Bengali book, Bangla book, I have read this story already. So Indrila has also read it, I think. Okay, it's a very popular story. Anyway, try to get your hand at the Bangla story also. You will enjoy it very much. If you have it as your mother tongue, that means if you are a Bengali, you will enjoy it. So he lived alone, was not a good mixer, had few friends and didn't like spending time in idle chat. So many things we found out about him, so many personality traits that we got about him. He lived alone, was not a good mixer, that means not sociable, and did not like to chat with people about idle gossips, that means about small talks, okay, like what is happening in the political scenario or how the weather is behaving, like that. He did not like to waste his time by just talking in an idle manner with his friends. Means he did not like to talk about everyday topics, but rather he was fascinated by the world of books. Okay. Today at Kalicharan's, Bipin Babu had the feeling that someone was observing him from close quarters. Now this feeling is something which you get sometimes, even though you can't see that person. Suppose if somebody is standing in front of you, in your eyesight, you can understand obviously if a person is looking at you or not. But if somebody is standing at your back and looking at you, you need a good instinct to feel that, okay, that somebody is observing you from a different place where you are not looking at, then that takes a lot of instinct. Okay, so he had a good instinct, he understood that somebody was observing him from close quarters. Close quarters means from a very close distance or from a very close space. That means somebody was standing just very close to him and was observing him. Okay, so he turned round and found himself looking at a round-faced, meek-looking man who now broke into a smile. So now he turned around because he had the feeling that somebody is observing him, and so he just turns around to check who is observing him. And then he found himself looking at a round-faced, meek-looking man who now broke into a smile. So see the expression, see the fine way in which both the characters are being drawn by Satyajit Ray. This person who is a stranger who was observing Mr. Bipin Chaudhuri is also explained. The person has been described how, underline how he has been described, round faced, okay, meek looking man. Meek means timid, somebody who is kind of shy, okay, is not outspoken, does not like to speak what is in his mind, but it likes very weak, or not weak in a physical sense, but like somebody who wouldn't start a conversation with you, somebody who looked like a good person. Okay, so this man was looking at him and then he broke into a smile. Broke into a smile means somebody is looking at you and suddenly starts smiling. Okay, that is called broke into a smile. I don't suppose you recognize me. That is, I don't suppose that you recognize me. In a smiling manner he was telling it. Have we met before? Asked Bipin Babu. Bipin Babu was completely dumbfounded. He had no idea who this man was. So he asked him, have we met before? The man looked greatly surprised. Now this word looked is very important. It seemed from his appearance, from his facial appearance or facial expressions, that he was very much surprised by the fact that Bipin Babu could not recall him. We met every day for a whole week. I arranged for a car to take you to the Hudru Falls in 1958 in Ranchi. My name is Parimal Ghosh. Ranchi? So he gave him a number of different events which has happened. He will tell him a lot about himself, and so he began with a description that we met every day for a week. So you cannot forget somebody like me, because we used to meet every day, nearly every day. And then I was the one who had arranged for a car to take you to the Hudru Falls in Ranchi. Okay, and we are talking about he also tells him the date or the year in which he had gone there. In 1958, in Ranchi, my name is Parimal Ghosh. Okay, so he tells him that his name is Parimal Ghosh, and he also tells him about the different way, in the way how he came to know him. Ranchi, Now Bipin Babu realized that it was not he but this man who was making a mistake. Bipin Babu had never been to Ranchi. He had been at the point of going several times but never made it. He smiled and said, "Do you know who I am?" So Bipin Babu now realized that this man was probably mistaken. He was he has mixed Bipin Babu with somebody else whom he knew. Okay, so he just took it casually and he asked the man, "Do you know who I am?" The man raised his eyebrows, bit his tongue and said, "Do I know you?" Who doesn't know Bipin Chaudhuri? So everybody knows about you. So how can you ask me such a simple question? Of course I know you. So he gave the name also accurately. The name was Bipin Chaudhuri and he told him accurately. Bipin Babu now turned towards the bookshelf and said, so Bipin Babu at first didn't give him so much importance. So as he was looking for books in the bookshelves, he talked with him a little bit, then again he turned his back towards the man and he looked at the bookshelf because he had gone there primarily to pick books for himself, right? Remember, he needed to buy 5 books to last him through the weeks. So he turned towards the bookshelf and said, "Still, you are making a mistake. One often does. I have never been to Ranchi." So one often does. That means many people do this kind of mistake because I have never been to Ranchi. I have never gone there. The man now laughed aloud. "What are you saying, Mr. Chaudhuri? You had a fall in," underline this portion, "you had a fall in Hudru and cut your right knee." This incident is important. So underline this, that you had a fall in Hudru. That means in the Hudru falls you had a fall. You fell down somewhere and you had an injury because of that. What is the injury? A cut on the right knee. "I brought you iodine. I brought you iodine to stop the bleeding." Okay. "I had fixed up a car for you to go to Netarhat the next day." The next day I had already booked a car for you to go to Netarhat the next day. "But you couldn't because of the pain in the knee." But you couldn't go there because you had a lot of pain in your knee. Can't you recall anything? So many information is being given by Porimal Ghosh. From the beginning itself he is telling him direct facts, okay, stating him real facts which happened to him probably. That means we don't know for sure what has happened or not, but from the way the man is saying we can understand that he is quite confident of the facts. Okay, he is telling exactly what has happened to him. You had fallen down in Hudru Falls, then you had an injury, and because of that you couldn't go to Netarhat the next day. Someone else you know was also in Ranchi at the time, Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee. You stayed in a bungalow. So this person was also somebody Bipin Chaudhuri knew. Okay, Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee was also there. You stayed in a bungalow. You said you didn't like hotel food and would prefer to have your meals cooked by a bawarchi. Bawarchi means a cook. Okay, so you said that a personal cook will make better food for you, so you didn't like to stay at a hotel. Mr. Mukherjee stayed with his sister. You had a big argument about the moon landing, remember? So many different things he is describing to him. All the things, and even the name of his friend was also accurate. So just imagine the condition of Mr. Bipin Chaudhuri, who had no idea what had happened, okay, and still yet this man's words had a ring of truth in it. It seemed as if he was telling the truth. I tell you more, you always carried a bag with your books in it on your sightseeing trips. So this again was another information which was being given by Mr. Porimal Ghosh. That is, you also carried a bag of books on your sightseeing trips. Whenever we went sightseeing, you would be carrying this bag. Am I right or not? That is, am I right about this fact or not? স্কাইপের বোর্ডটা একটু ঠিক করে দিন। স্যার ভিডিওটা বুঝতে পারছি না এবার। হ্যাঁ স্যার এইটা এই সাইডটা সরাতে পারছি না। Okay, can you hear and look properly? Okay, fine. So this man who was there, he Parimal Ghosh gave him a number of facts. Okay, number of facts which seemed to be true. Bipin Babu spoke quietly, his eyes still on the book. So Bipin Babu was a man who did not show his emotions to everybody he met. Okay, he was a closed off guy. That means he tried to compose his emotions, even though he was thinking of all the things which the man was saying. From his outside, nobody can understand that anybody has affected his calm of mind. Okay, he answered the man in a very cool and composed manner. Which month in 58 are you talking about? That is, which month are you talking about? The man said, October. No sir, I spent puja in 58 with a friend. I spent puja in 58 with a friend in Kanpur. You are making a mistake. Good day. So he cut him off completely. He told him off by saying that, no sir, I actually spent my Durga Puja holiday with a friend in Kanpur. Okay, you are making a mistake. But the man didn't go, nor did he stop talking. He went on telling more and more things about himself. Very strange. One evening, I had tea with you in a veranda of your bungalow. You spoke about your family. You said you had no children and that you had lost your wife 10 years ago. Your only brother had died in Spain. That means you told me all this different information that you don't have anybody left in your family, you don't have any children, and your wife had died, you have lost your wife 10 years ago, and your only brother had died insane. That is, he has died because when he was not a person with sanity of mind. Okay, so he had died insane, which is why you didn't want to visit the mental hospital in Ranchi. That means he had some kind of psychological disorder, and so he had died, okay, in that same manner without a proper cure. Okay, and this is the reason why you didn't want to, okay, good. This is the reason why you didn't visit the famous mental hospital in Ranchi. Okay, so many things he was telling, and all the things were truth. There was a ring of truth in whatever he was saying. Now Bipin Babu is very much shocked. When Bipin Babu, but he didn't say anything outright to the man, neither did he go for more argument. He simply left the place. When Bipin Babu had paid for the books and was leaving the shop, the man was still looking at him in utter disbelief. It's in a complete shocked manner, surprising manner. Okay, how can this man not remember? From his expression, it seemed as if it seemed to him unbelievable that Bipin Babu could not recall him. Okay, he was extremely shocked. Okay, it's from his face itself, anybody can see that he was telling the truth, and Bipin Babu did not realize that truth which he was saying, and so he was his expression was that of utter disbelief. Come to the next section. Bipin Babu's scar, utter disbelief, it's given in your book Complete Surprise. Utter means extreme, something which is extreme, okay, and disbelief means this just the opposite of believing somebody. Okay, disbelief, that means when you don't believe. It was unbelievable to him that Bipin Babu could not realize him or recall him. Okay, this was unbelievable to him, and he was shocked because of that. That is the meaning. Bipin Babu's car was safely parked in Bertram Street by the Lighthouse Cinema. Remember the names of the streets and the place, the landmarks which are given. So Bipin Babu had a car. We can understand that Bipin Babu was quite rich, because owning a private car in those days was a great deal of thing, right? So he had a car to himself, and his car was waiting for him. It was safely parked by the Lighthouse Cinema. He told the driver as he got into the car, just drive by the Ganga. Will you, Sitaram? So we understand that Bipin Babu has also been shaken because of the interaction with this complete stranger. This nubile, timid Bipin Babu who spent his time just by reading books, who did not even go out to meet with friends. Even he was a bit shaken. He did not show it to the man. But we understand that he is questioning his own memory. He is questioning himself. So he asked Sitaram, who was his driver, to simply drive by the Ganga river, so that he can get some time to himself for some personal reflection, so that he can ask himself questions which were intriguing him. Driving up the Strand road, Bipin Babu regretted having paid so much attention to the intruder. So he regretted also that he had given so much importance to this intruder. Intruder means a person who comes in without invitation, who intrudes or interrupts your life without prior invitation. Intruder generally refers to a person with a criminal intent, okay. But here intruder has been used in a light manner to talk about this person, this stranger who had simply interrupted Bipin Babu's normal course of day-to-day life by talking to him about his past, okay, about which he had no recollection. It was, he had never been to Ranchi, no question about it, because if he had been to Ranchi, he would have some thought left about it, right, but he had no recollection of Ranchi. So there was no question of the man's words being true. It was inconceivable that he should forget such an incident which took place only 6 or 7 years ago. So what is the date of the current scenario? That means what is the date of the text, of the time period of the text? What is the date? Calculate the date and tell me. Nobody? 1958 the story had, Ranchi incident had happened, and it's 6 or 7 years later. So what should be? Yes, 1964 or 65. Okay. So that is the time period. He had an excellent memory, unless Bipin Babu's head reeled. Was he losing his mind? We will stop over here. Unless Bipin Babu's head reeled means his head was as if moving. That means he was so much confused by this, and this understanding that maybe he was wrong and maybe Parimal Ghosh was right was making him shocked, completely shocked. Okay. So we will stop over here today. Yes, 1964 or 65. We will stop over here today. Mark it. He was shocked as well as confused. So mark your book. So was he losing his mind? This is the question with which we stop. And the next day we will find out some more interactions which Bipin Babu will have, Bipin Chaudhary would have, as he tries to go back his memory to find out if that man's words were true or if he had actually lost track of his memory. Okay. Thank you students for the class.